Traders, welcome back to another video. I hope everyone's having a great weekend first off. And today we'll be going, as you can see by the title, this is how I made $500 in 4 trades. So these 4 trades are the top trades of the week. These are my A plus trades. These are my best trades of the week. These are my trades with the highest P&Ls and the highest numbers. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, taking a look at my first trade, I had a position on Tesla Monday. So this is Tesla's Monday chart. So now if I just zoom in and kind of like block off some of the lines, we're going to see we have a clear pre-market resistance on Tesla during the morning at a 595 level. And we have a low of day at 576.21. So once we got into the day, notice this was going to the downside, pushing to the downside, and at the same time, SPY was pushing to the downside as well. And I started reading level 2 time and sales, and I saw that this had pulled back. As you can see, every time it goes up for a move to the upside, it has like a huge rally. So then this is where it started having less red candles, less sellers. And as you can see, we start getting buyer volume down here. So I took my first position on Tesla at 596. So I took a position on 596.20. Now, why I took this position was because we had the pre-market resistance, like I said before. We broke out, came back, and now found a higher support. As you can see, we're having wicks to the downside, and immediately when it tries to push down, it's now getting bought up instead of closing low. So started seeing, as I said before, buyer volume. Buyers were stepping in. We had a huge surge of volume here on this candle, and I was looking to get in on the break of this once we came back and found um, a higher support. So I took my position at 596.20. If I'm not mistaken, I had a $2 stop, so my stop was a little less than the actual support. But this reason being was it's because it was a scalp, so I was looking for a quick move to the upside, and if I wasn't gonna get it, I would be looking to cut off my position. So I ended up taking my 1-to-1. So I took my partial here. I let it ride. I found the 600 resistance, and then it ended up pulling back, eating away at my profits. So I end up selling 1/3 of my shares. Um, the rest of the last quarter of my shares, because I sold 2/3 at first, had 1/4 riding or 1/3 riding, and that was eating away at my profit. So I sold. So now the second position I took was looking for the breakout of now this 600 resistance. Why? Because now we were at high of day. We were trading at the high of day. There was no resistance pre-market. So the 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 potential to the upside was like fantastic. So now I took a position at 599.77. So I got on the break of this wick right here. Um I had a $2 stop. As you can see, if I go down, had a $2 stop to here. And I wrote it. I ended up getting my 101. I took my partial. It came coming up. It opened up, had a huge push down immediately. So I just ended up selling the rest of my shares. I ended up getting, for those 2 trades, I ended up getting out for $134 total. So you can see my average hold was probably like less than 2 minutes, so I made roughly $136.60 in less than 4 minutes on that day. But now taking a look at the next day, um, I took some trading on Tesla. I did some trading on Tesla. Once again, Tesla was the trades of the day for me. So as you can see, similar thing. We have a pre-market resistance, pre-market support level, and now if I go to SPY, Tuesday sessions for SPY, we can see SPY looks pretty strong here. So I took my first position on Tesla at 715.89. So I took a position here. Why I took a position here was it had broke over its morning resistance push, and in all honesty, I was just waiting for a confirmation uh, that the move would come up. But at this point, I think it was chasing 100%. I think it was chasing. If I didn't get in at the 714 break, I really should have just waited for this pullback and then got in here. But instead, I just got in at the break of resistance, which was 100% like risky. It was risky, but SPY was following. SPY had broken out of its resistance, and now I was just following the move. I held through this pullback. I ended up selling my first position for, I think this was so I got in at 715.89. I had my stop $2, and I ended up snagging about 2 points on this. So I took my 2 points. It came up. It got rejected by 722. I let my quarter ride. It immediately got pulled back. Started eating away at my profits, and selling there. So now what? Something I've been seeing in my trading, like when it's doing this and eating away at my profits, I should just like set my stop loss at break even. This way, like allowing myself just to like take advantage of all the momentum of the trade, and I think this would help tremendously. Yeah, it could take 1/4 of my money, but it's much better than just selling out, especially for it just having a normal pullback and then continuation later on. So that's something I would be trying this week. Just trying to set my stop at break even, let shares ride. And next position I took on Tesla was after the next pullback. So I had a huge rejection at 734.40s, roughly. Pulled back, found a big support at 725. As you can see, every time it tried to push under, it had no juice to the downside. So it started pushing up, creating a resistance at 730. Was testing it again, had $2 stop. Snagged about, if I'm not mistaken, I snagged about 6 points. So I was up 3-1. I let it ride. I had my quarter shares, and then my quarter shares ended up coming back on me and taking some of my profits as well. So in those two trades, I ended up 213 and $30. So 213 $30 in probably like 4 minutes in that day. So great trading, great ideas. Um, we'll most likely be trying to squeeze more juice out of these stocks these next couple days. So now I took Amazon on Wednesday. So the trade of the day for me on Wednesday was Amazon. So now if we go to Amazon, we can see I already have highlighted my trades right here. So now if we go Wednesday on SPY, we can see it's here, had a pre-market resistance, started going up, and then it was just weak at the end. But now, why I was looking for long trades in a market that was going down? Well, reason being is sometimes these stocks are what we call um like overachievers, or like just like stocks that are just like moving much stronger than the SPY or QQQs, outperformers. Yeah. So that's the word. We call these stocks outperformers, stocks that are moving without the market, and just like moving better than the market, like outperforming it. So yeah, that's pretty much what it means. um, so now I took a position at the break of 228, 2280, and I had a 5 point stop. So as you can see, my stop was all the way down here, giving myself leg room to just hold on to this trade and just feel comfortable. Why I took it at 2280? Well, reason being we had pre-market resistance here. We also had a rejection and we pulled back and did something like Tesla did the other day. As you can see, um, Tesla was doing something like this. This is going to make the video a little longer, but it's okay because if you guys want to learn some like big keys, this is a huge key right here. If so, pay attention to this. If I'm not mistaken, it's here. So as you can see, it's kind of doing the same thing. Then look, boom, it has this consolidation here. Buyer step in and it continues. Look, consolidation here, buyer step in, it continues. It breaks out of its resistance. It breaks out of its resistance here and has a pullback. Breaks out of its resistance, has a pullback. Breaks out of its resistance, has a pullback here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I'm gonna say about that because I'm giving out too much information. Yeah, y'all don't feel me though. So I got in at 2280, 5 point stop, like I said earlier. I wrote it. I was squeezing the stock so well. I was waiting for closing candles, being super patient with this. I ended up getting the 2290 resistance rejection. Came back, took 2 points, opened with a red candle, took 2/4 of my shares off, 2/3 of my shares off. So now fantastically, I was trading this much smarter this day. Um, we had the pullback, and since I noticed it had a new rejection, I was holding my 1/4 shares and ended up taking my second position at the break of 2290. So then I took my position at 2290 with original shares, 5 point stop again. Ended up snagging 5 points and came back and started taking a little bit of my profits, sold for the rest, and ended up making $110 on that. Now why I only made $110 on these fantastic trades was because I started the morning red, hitting my max loss in less than 30 minutes. I was trading emotionally, but look, I separated myself from that. I I sideswiped, whatever you want to call it. I exposed my emotions. I brought them to realization and just started looking for A plus trades, having my stop wide and giving myself leg room. So I ended up recovering this $250 loss that I had on the day and just having it down to $30. So I was trading half size with this and I was still able to make um like a pretty great amount of money. $100 is fantastic, especially when it's less than like 10 minutes of trading. So that's why the P&L wasn't the greatest on there, but that's the very least of the worries. You guys should be looking, most importantly, at what I'm saying and just listen to it and look at these setups. Look at these setups. Above resistance, consolidation, breakout, 5 point stop. Get a second consolidation, breakout. It's simple. Trading should be simple. But as human beings, we have our ego. We put our ego in the way. Um, we just want to be right. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. That's human nature. But you're not better than the market at the end of the day. You are not special. You are not any different than any professional trader that's gone through this. And any professional trader is no different than you when they started. The difference is maybe just education and whatever. Maybe they were able to get education faster, or maybe you're getting educational faster and you're gonna become professional half of the time that they're doing it. But forget the money, forget your goals, forget your desires, and just focus on the damn trades. Focus on the damn trades and focus on trading well. That should be your only goal in trading. Finding A plus setups, having a good risk reward, and just nailing it. Just nailing it. All right. So, I mean, I hope that helped you guys out a bit. That's a little motivation, a little teaching. But let's get into the next trade. Let's not make this video too long. Yeah, I don't want to keep you guys waiting too much. But with that being said, RCL was my final trade of the week. Um, if I'm not mistaken. So we had a huge gap up pre-market, as you can see. Had a consolidation period. As you can see, every time it tried pushing to the upside, it got rejection. Push to the upside, got rejected. Push to the upside. Push to the upside. Caught all the buyers. All the people with emotions. Oh, this thing's gonna go back up to the highs. It's gonna break out. It's wedging, and then it's gonna go all the way back to the highs. Yeah, all right. And then boom, they get all screwed. Whoever's buying 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shares, it goes down $1, and in 2 minutes, and their original stop was like 20 cents. Just look at the price action. Look at the charts. It tells you. Every time it goes up, it doesn't want to hold. When it goes up, it doesn't want to hold. When it goes up, it doesn't want to hold. When it doesn't go up, it doesn't want to hold. It had no closing candle above resistance. So then I was playing on the emotional traders, and I used it to my advantage. I used whoever was emotional on this trade to my advantage. So now I took this trade short at $36. Now, why I took it at $36 short instead of 36 15 was reason being I was looking at another stock. I missed that on the trade, but once I noticed this pushing to the downside, reading level 2 time in sales started bouncing at $36. I ended up having a 20-cent stop, so I was moved my stop over here, giving myself leg room to hold this trade. So I immediately got my 20 cents. I took my 3/4 partial. I wasn't really looking for too much. It was a Friday. I just wanted, I really wasn't even in, I was not looking to be aggressive. I was looking to take what I can and just move on. I did not want to hold. I did not want to trust anything. I did not want to create bias. So I just took my partial at 3/4. Ended up coming down, um, coming down, and then it immediately got bought up like super, super quickly, and I ended up coming out for a $75 win and 50 cents. Now, yeah, so those were the four main trades, and that is how I made $500 this week off of these four trades. I really, really, really hope you guys found this video helpful. I left a lot of information here, a lot of keys, and I really hope you guys take this video, watch it multiple times, learn from my winners, learn from my mistakes, and just grow. So this concludes this video. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will be leaving my free Discord community down below in the in the link in the in the description below. It's a community of like-minded individuals, of like-minded traders, all with the same cause to become a professional trader. So if this interests you, if you're looking to talk to like-minded individuals like yourself, if you're interested in trading, hit the link below and I'll see you there. We can chat, we can do whatever, you can ask questions, all for free. And yep, this concludes this video. Once again, I said this like 3 times, but yep, thanks for watching, and See you guys next time.